So here we are for qualifying for Trans-Nation Challenge GP2 round 5 at the Spanish Grand Prix. It's beautiful cloudy conditions. It's Brett Keenan here with Guy Tasker, and we saw quite an interesting foray into Russia last weekend with wet qualifying and a wet race. Today we're looking at a more drier condition with 13 drivers taking to the grid. We welcome RZDV2000 to the Trans-Nation Challenge, and we also show Habs for Life 634 a wildcard entry for this weekend. So, Guy, who do you think is going to pull it out this weekend at Spain with the conditions and strategy key to this weekend?
Yeah, well, I think you said it there. I think strategy is going to play a big role, and I think I've already seen here Enverche going out on the hard tyres, so we're going to have a real mix of strategies, I think, and that's going to prove key. And I think yesterday in the Superstars broadcast, I did put my money on Kart 1979 there, who obviously been up at the front the past few races since he joined the league, so yeah, I think it's going to be close. As we know, there's so many good drivers here. Pure Axel, obviously the leader, Stuart McKenzie. There's loads of drivers here who have the potential, and I think it is going to come down to strategy calls on the day.
So there is just a little touch of lag going through the broadcasting feed, but nothing to be too hard pressed about at the moment. Sorry, it's a bit early in the morning. I'm just trying to find where I need to be. There we go. So we've got our lap counter out ready for qualifying. And speaking of qualifying, for those who haven't seen it, well, this will be a bit pointless because it will come out after the race anyway. But Sebastian Vettel on pole for the Chinese Grand Prix with Kimi Raikkonen alongside a Ferrari 1-2 again. Can they shape it up for a 1-2 finish in China this afternoon? We'll find out much later thing. And Enverche, I think that's lag, but
I'm guessing that's lag. It's happened on my screen as well, so I'm guessing it's lag.
But, so this could be actually, I'm wondering, because we had this drama in the pre-season testing. It was a practice pre-season testing to show broadcasting standard, and we had this issue where drivers would drive off the circuit and stay there, and I was under the impression it was because I was live streaming at the same time as doing this. So it looks like it's all balanced back out. So Enverche is going around, but I'm hoping that we don't see that, because there will be one very boring qualifying if we just see people. Ooh, Stuart McKenzie too, not out. I wonder if he's playing the no pit strategy.
Ooh.
Or the no qualifying strategy.
Yeah, quite possible. So we've got all three tyres in use, really. So far, we've got two people on the mediums there and Enverche on the hards. The rest all sticking to the soft tyre.
And of course, the change in tyre strategy could be paramount, especially coming into F1 season 2018, because one of the biggest changes in the F1 season in the real life at the moment is that in China they're using the ultra soft, the soft, and the medium, so they're not using the super soft tyre. So what could they bring to Spain this year, as Ian Betts now goes to the top with a 120.2, followed by Kart into the 119s, a 119.8, so not too bad representative time. Warlord's now to the top with a 119.1.
Oh, yeah, good time.
So we predict.
So
we predict the GP2 time to be roughly around the 1 minute 19, maybe into the 18s if you're good enough for it. So Warlord's very close to that 1 minute 18 barrier, so that's not too bad there by the Red Bull driver, who feels like this could be the race today to get himself back on track. He's already got a pole position this season, could be looking for pole position number 2. And Stuart McKenzie too, now out on the circuit, and must have been assessing what other drivers were doing before he came out.
Yeah, perhaps having a cheeky look at their strategies there. So it's interesting to see Pure Axel must have had a mistake on his lap, I'd imagine. Down in 11th on the soft tyre behind Enverche, he was on the hard. So.
Well, one of the things that defines Pure Axel 21-21 is not necessarily, he's gone faster by a whole second in second 2, but one thing that defines Pure Axel 21-21 is not his qualifying pace, as we see someone's had a moment in sector 2.
It's Rip It Tretch.
Yep, so Rip It Tretch is just keep on board.
Who actually, yeah, up in 7th place. He showed signs of improvement last week. I think it was last week. And
Pure Axel's going to
up in 7th place there. So.
Pure Axel will cross the line. He'll move up to 6th with a 120 flat. So
What? RZDV on the medium tyre in 5th place at the moment. That looks like quite a strong time for the medium.
And of course, RDZV, our newest member to the Trans-Nation Challenge, all the way over in South Africa. So it's a good range of drivers from different.
So now we do have every continent, am I right?
Apart from Russia, but I mean, well, we do
Yeah,
we do have a Russian registrant, but he hasn't attended.
They count as Europe, really. So
yeah, yeah. Well, I suppose
strictly speaking.
Okay. Well,
we can count them as Europe.
Yeah. So yeah, at least one driver from every continent. So that's quite a good outing there. So the current order of play at the moment with 6 minutes left to go is Warlords 1313 from Bet715. So the number 2 Sauber driver out qualifying so far his number 1 driver. So that's a good result. So and then it's Ian Betts, the twin brother to Betts in P4 from RZDV, Pure Axel 2121, Conman 69, Matt Your Daddy, Ripip Tretch, Sarah May, M Verche, our race winner from last season on the hards, Habs for Life, and here comes Stuart McKenzie too. He has not set a lap yet, but he's definitely going for it now. There's so many variables that could justify what McKenzie was doing in that pit for so much longer than everyone else.
I've just seen M Verche has switched onto the mediums. He's now coming out, and he's gonna have to go on the mediums rather than the hards now. So perhaps seeing what everyone else is doing and deciding to switch it up a bit.
Well, it's either that or he thinks that because of what time he's set compared to everyone else. I mean, he's a second slower than no, he's 16th slower than Sarah May, who is in P10. So he needs to think. So we'll see what Stuart McKenzie 2 is going to do. Will this be into the 18s? Not.
Ooh, I think
yes,
it might be
18-9. So Stuart McKenzie 2 setting the marker. But we know that I would almost think Warlords has still got more in reserve to push out. But at the moment, it's Ferrari from Red Bull. Something we've seen quite a bit in the last few races in every category. Actually, so.
Yeah, that's true. There seems to be both teams being competitive throughout the divisions.
But unfortunately, they're both still trailing other manufacturers. So Red Bull has to play massive catch-up in GP2. F1, they are almost level pegging with Toro Rosso, with Ferrari a little bit further back. And then GP3, it's pretty much the same story. So.
Yeah, I think Red Bull will be fancying their chances of climbing up the leaderboard in GP2 here with Ian Betts, who looks like he's been a strong driver so far, really, and Warlord's starting to find the pace that we know that he's got, really.
So,
shown.
Currently at the moment, oh, look at that for a gap. Ian Betts and RZDV are only separated by barely a tenth. And that's on different. That's on different compounds. So
Ripip Tretch and Sarah May are separated by 1,000. 10th and 11th.
And then Pure Axel 2121 is only separated by 7/1000ths of a second.
Cool. Yeah, it's looking like a very tightly packed grid, actually. There's not a large amount between them all, but
so we're going to watch Bet715 here, if things stay the way they are, is going to out-qualify his teammate for the first time this season, and unfortunately he can't get, we still need to define who's older out of him or XNZ Pro 55, only at the tender young age of 13 years. If we can find out that, if Betts can get pole position, could he be the youngest ever pole sitter in the Trans-Nation Challenge? But it's in Sector 1, and it looks like...
I'm not sure.
Whoever did it must have been quick to get back into...
Just be someone running wide or something. Or maybe someone getting out of the way of a flying lap.
Yeah, that's a possibility. So Betts now coming through. Oh, we've got a slow car there. Next, Stuart McKenzie. Oh, no. Oh no, it's Conman 69. I think he might have just got in front of someone. Oh no, he was lucky there. So Betts is going to whizzed around the last turn.
Yeah, it lagged a bit there.
I don't think it's going to be in the 18s, but it's going to be an improvement. Just. Oh my
Yeah,
god. Holy.
19.3, so
Actually,
it's
I
like
just have a look at the gap between Betts and Carr.
Yeah, that's a
100th
thousandth as well.
1/1000th of a second. And then.
Yeah, that's the same as it is down in 10th and 11th as well. It's crazy.
Yeah. So Stuart McKenzie 2's now out on the outlap, and there's a lot of traffic. So this is going to be. Oh!
Ian Betts about to come across the line.
Just had a moment there. Warlords has just clouded the fence because he just tried to get out of the way of. He had to try and get out of the way.
It's a bit of a mess out there. We've seen a lot of people went out quite early for their runs, so now as people are coming out again, there's a few flying cars coming out.
There is a lot of congestion at the moment.
It's a little bit messy.
And Pure Axle 2121 improves just slightly to a 120 flat for 012. So he's now ahead of RZDV by 2/1000.
Matt, your daddy doesn't improve, but I think he's enough fuel for another lap first.
He's struggling. Oh,
yeah.
Sector 2, it is. Might have been.
Oh, that's.
I think Stuart McKenzie 2's been balked. Oh, is it?
Ripper Tretch is off.
Oh, he is too. But I think Stuart McKenzie 2 might have just got balked. He's got 30 seconds to get back around and do another lap. Warlords, another incident section.
The Pure Axle is going for another lap on these tyres, and I don't think you want to do 2 flying laps on the tyre you're going to use unless you are going for the 2-stop.
Well,
I think that's a sign.
The 2-stop or the 3-stop, either which way. I think Ripper Tretch, I'm not looking, but I'm thinking he's still trying to get his car back around or something.
Warlords is going for it again. He's got another flyer.
Yeah, but he's coming up onto the back of Matt Your Daddy, so oh no, yeah.
He just started one.
So
Pure Axle, he's well down now, so I think he's going to abandon that lap.
So this could be possibly one of the tightest qualifyings we have in the Trans-Nation Challenge today.
Definitely, yeah.
So Warlords 1313, can he improve?
Warlords is going to come up as the one first.
He's going to go to an 18.8.
An 18.8. He's done it.
But can he hold it? Because Stuart McKenzie. So the
under a 10.
The advantage to Warlords
is on a flyer though.
Yeah, but the advantage to Warlords is that he used Matt Your Daddy as for the tow.
Bit of a slipstream.
So what can Stuart McKenzie do? Can he make it his second pole of the season, or will Warlords make it his second pole of the season? We're about to find out in a few
last person to finish, so he knows what he's got to do.
The pressure will be on around the last turn. Activates the DRS, will he crosses the line? An 18.5.
18.5, I think he got it.
Yep, so Stuart McKenzie 2 takes his second pole of his career and the second of the season. So here's the results here. It's Stuart McKenzie 2 from Warlords 1313, Bet 715, Cut 1979. Matt Your Daddy, Conman 69, Ian Betts, RZDV 2000, Pure Axle 2121, Ripper Tretch, Sarah May, M Virtue, and Habs for Life. Sit through for our wildcard entry. So that's been qualifying for today's Spanish Grand Prix, and the gaps are just so tight. So hopefully this will mean something for the race. So till then, stay tuned.